So, hi everyone, and thank you so much for joining us on the We Thrive podcast. My name is Casey Clark, and I am your host today. Also, the founder and chief growth officer from C. Clark Consulting. And I'm so excited to continue to share stories from entrepreneurs from around the world. Today, we have Cassandra Caruso joining us, and she is an intentional branding coach and designer at Wild Dreams Co. And she is in New York. So thank you so much for joining us. It's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. So tell us a little bit about you.
So I am, like you said, from New York. I live about 45 minutes outside of the city, which is nice. It's a nice, quiet neighborhood where everybody kind of knows each other. I am a mom of 2 boys with another boy on the way, so soon to be 3 boys. Yes, I am an intentional brand coach and designer. And what I do is I love helping women realign their vision with their business and their brand. So really helping them attract their ideal clients, feel confident and showing up with their new branding, and build like beautiful websites along with that as well.
Awesome. I love it. Well, congratulations on your third one on the way, first and
Thank
foremost.
you.
You're welcome. So, talk to me a little bit about what the word thrive means to you.
So thriving means to me, it really means like creating your own freedom and getting to do what you love every single day. For me, it's really getting to be there for my boys. Since COVID happened, we've been doing remote learning, and to me, that has been absolutely incredible for somebody who has worked 6 days a week for 5 years and only having that one day with them. So that to me is thriving, getting to create my own schedule, getting to have the freedom to be with my family whenever I want, and the freedom and flexibility to work with clients from all over the world. That to me is thriving.
Yeah, I love that. I think freedom is such like a powerful word, yet it's something that so many of us don't think of. And I feel like, even probably with you, that's probably one of the reasons why you became an entrepreneur to, create that freedom for yourself.
Absolutely. And I really wanted it for so long, and I struggled with that for so long, really with like the money issues and stuff behind it. But this, like honestly, COVID for me was like a blessing in disguise and just really like pushed me out of my comfort zone and pushed me right into entrepreneurship and just going along my way with my freedom.
That's awesome. So speaking of those obstacles, is there anything other than COVID that you feel like really pushed you further along?
um, I do think it was definitely COVID and definitely this pregnancy. um, and I think also the kids being home remote learning, I think that I was really ready. I needed to just trust myself and trust my journey. I've been a branding designer for now 3.5 years. So I was just ready to take that leap. And I knew being stuck in like a 9 to 5 job, I wasn't going to be able to grow the way that I wanted to grow my business with the time and everything else, like not having enough time. So that's what really pushed me forward and really going deep within and like having that clarity and knowing that the time was right. And yeah.
I love that. So what other resources have you used? It sounds like obviously, the situation that we're in globally, like just kind of became a resource, but what resources kind of keep you going? And I can imagine, I mean, I don't have any kids, but I have friends who have kids, and I've heard that virtual learning can be rewarding yet challenging.
This is very true. This is very true.
Yeah.
Um,
So what have you used to help you get along?
so I definitely chose to invest in myself, and I've worked with quite a few coaches, and I've worked with other courses. So two of the courses that I did recently were human design and financial empowerment course. So those were two things that I really wanted to like focus on. So human design was kind of like really going within and seeing who I was like as a person and learning more about my style of showing up. It really taught me a lot about myself and the way that things don't work for me and don't align with me, even though like you have a coach and your coach tells you to do that. And I wonder, like, I always wondered why, like, I struggled so much with getting that one thing done. And that's because it's part of my nature and who I am.
Mhm.
And then on the other hand, the financial empowerment, I knew that I really wanted to be in charge of my money and take control of my money and take that back, especially now having welcoming another one into our family. And then also like jumping right into entrepreneurship and having to learn to like pay myself first and learn about investments and things like that. So I really wanted to invest in myself and those resources. And
Mhm.
also, I learn a lot from each one of my clients because each one of my clients are so different. So I love getting to know them so well, like that it becomes almost like this friendship. And I call it like biz besties. I actually have a IGTV series with Biz Besties chats with each one of my clients because I love getting to learn about them so much and share their gifts along with their brand story. So that's definitely something that I love to do.
That's awesome. So make sure you check out Biz Besties on IGTV.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So obviously, you're expanding your family, and a lot of times when people think about legacy, they think, what am I leaving for my kids or what am I teaching for my kid or to my kids? So what exactly does legacy mean to you and how are you creating one?
So that's like a tricky question. It's a good question. Deep. Um, I'm definitely trying to create a business where eventually I can have like a team so that I don't have to be like it's not that I don't want to be 100% in my business, but I can have like a little bit of that free time because the design aspect of it, like I would never let that part go. But I would love to give other people the opportunity, like other freelancing moms, for example, and giving them the opportunity to grow right along with me and be a part of my team. So my legacy would be to really grow my business as to a team where I can support other women, other moms, other artists, and really have them be creative with their talents as well because there's so many designers out there and every single one has their own special unique talent, which I absolutely love. And of course I want to teach my boys that they can do anything that their heart desires and really let them shine with what they are good at and what their strengths are and not kind of push them into things that they don't want to do. So that's kind of where my legacy would be.
I love that. I mean, I think that kind of going back to that freedom and just teaching them that, they have the choice and the freedom to do whatever they create. So that's awesome. I love it. So, what other nuggets do you have for us? You've given us a few so far. So, especially as a new entrepreneur, what do you feel like is like one thing that someone like you wish someone would have told you?
um I would definitely say number one is like start before you're ready because you're never gonna feel fully ready. You're
I love
never gonna feel
that.
fully ready. That is something that I learned along my way, and I was like, you know what? You just need to go for it. Like,
Mhm.
it's not gonna kill you. It's not gonna like make you bankrupt or anything like that. So just go for it. Just try it and see what sticks. I mean, I have tried so many businesses in my lifetime. Like, you wouldn't even believe at one point I was selling dog tutus at craft fairs.
Wow.
Yeah. So I have tried so many different businesses and so many different things. And I'm grateful that I did do that because now I know being a graphic designer for 14 years, what was I waiting for? You know, like I was just waiting for that clarity within myself and the confidence within myself. So I would say, one, really start before you're ready. And then two, like trust the process and trust yourself. You're exactly where you're meant to be at this moment. So I would really say, like, really go deep within that and see why you're at this point in your life as an entrepreneur, and what kind of value do you want to bring to others. I think that's like really, really key in business. It's not always just about you and about making money. It's about what kind of value you provide to others.
Yeah, absolutely. The giver's gain, as many of us call it. I love that. So
Yeah, I love that. I've never heard that before. I love that.
yeah, it's I live by it. So I
Yeah,
love that concept. You just never know like how you're gonna get rewarded if you're just kind and give to people. So uh,
absolutely.
yeah. So are there any other thoughts that you have that have kind of come up that you'd like to share?
Not so much. I don't think so.
Okay, yeah, that's completely fine. I mean, sometimes things pop in our heads and we're like, oh, I should have said that. So just wanted to check in, but I definitely appreciate you joining us today. And how can we get in touch with you, or how can our listeners follow you aside from your IGTV?
So you can find me on my website, wilddreams.co. I'm on Instagram, wild_dreams_co, and then on Facebook as well, Wild Dreams. I think it's Wild Dreams Design on Facebook. But yeah, I'm always answering DMs. I'm always answering questions. If you have any questions or want to go deeper with your ideal client, I have a 5-day series that kind of helps you get a better understanding of branding as well.
Awesome. I love it. And being in the creative space, I have much respect for your design skills. So,
Oh, thank you so much.
absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And I'd also like to thank our music sponsor, Stephen Lamar Moore, who created the music for our podcast. But again, I definitely appreciate you being with us, and I wish you all the best in your future endeavors.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me, and good luck with your podcast. It's amazing.
Thank you.